20 years ago today, one of my favorite movies of all time was released, and that was the remake of The Mummy. No, not that one, this one. Although it got mixed reviews from critics upon its release, it has gradually throughout the years has been recognized by many who grew up with this movie, including myself, as an awesome movie. So here are 7 reasons why The Mummy is a great remake. Similar story points. Like any remake of an original, a remake should have resemblance to the original. The remake of The Mummy does have similar story points. Both have Imhotep having a forbidden love, both have him trying to bring back his love back to life, both have him being resurrected by accident, and both involve him trying to use a woman to bring back his dead love. It expands on the original and does more. A remake should not be a carbon copy. It needs to be different enough to be sort of its own thing. This remake does just that. It gives Imhotep many powers to make him different enough compared to the original, but it does have an adventure movie feel at the same time. It increased the stakes with not just having to save a woman from being killed, but to trying to save the world from such a powerful monster.
But I am proud of what I am.
And what is that?
I am a librarian.
The characters. Although Imhotep was interesting in the original, and a few other characters were as well, they sort of fail in comparison to how three-dimensional and well-written the characters in this remake are. The main protagonist, Rick, is a hardened fighter, but he is likable with his down-to-earth personality.
Why did you kiss me?
No, I was about to be hanged. It seemed like a good idea at the time.
Oh.
What? What'd I say?
Evie is a smart woman, but is not snooty and has a great amount of charm.
I know. You're wondering, what is a place like me doing in a girl like this?
Jonathan is the comedic relief, but he never goes over the top. The other characters are developed a good amount, so when they die, it leaves an emotional impact on the viewer. We can't forget how cool Ardith Bay's voice is.
This creature is the bringer of death. He will never eat, he will never sleep, he will never stop.
The special effects. The original from 1932 had the legendary Jack Pierce do the makeup, and he did an amazing job. However, in the 1999 remake, the mummy was brought to life by computers, and he still looks pretty realistic. Not only is he realistic with having a full human anatomy, but you can literally see right through him that gives an edge of realism and terror. This one scene where he meets this guy for the first time, this actor is reacting to a character who is not physically there, and this came out the same year that The Phantom Menace came out, where the actors were struggling to do that same thing. In addition, the other effects in this movie shown are very great in their own right. The soundtrack. Jerry Goldsmith has made a ton of great movie soundtracks. His soundtrack on the movie has many moments of horrifying dread, as well as sweeping action-adventure moments. It's one of his best work, and it's worth a listen.
Who the hell are these guys?
Priests. Imhotep's priests.
All right then.
Great action. One of the best things about the remake of The Mummy is that not only has it no shortage of action, but it is creative with it. The boat scene has a barrage of action scenarios as people try to abandon ship. The various moments of the characters trying to fight Imhotep has a ton of variety, and it does not feel like repeats. The climax is great, with all the characters contributing to defeat the villain. Rick fights a bunch of priest and soldier mummies that feels straight out of a Ray Harryhausen flick. And my favorite part is when Rick is being held down and another mummy is about to crush him. He grabs the severed hand of the mummy, who grabs onto a sword so he can save himself from being crushed to death. Balance. The Mummy has many things going on: action, horror, comedy, and romance. This sounds like a mess on paper, but this movie does a great balancing act. It focuses on action, but it has enough horror moments to make it connected to the original, which was a horror movie. It also has moments of comedy and romance, but never comes off as forced. It is a great balance of so many genres into a movie that is 100% worth watching. So those are 7 reasons why The Mummy, specifically the 1999 one, is a great remake. So anyway, thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe.
O'Connell! It looks to me like I've got all the horses!
Hey, Benny! Looks to me like you're on the wrong side of the river!
Stay in, minion, back in, get loose!